In this video, I want to show you why you keep burning out and how to build real consistency without losing yourself. Now, have you ever started something with so much passion, with so much excitement, maybe a new habit, right? Maybe a business, a project, or a season of personal growth, or something you just consider is necessary for your life, only to burn out in just a few weeks or months in? You thought it was discipline, you thought it was drive, but now you're exhausted, right? You're exhausted, or maybe you're just a little confused. You're not even sure why you started or why you're doing it. Now, I've been there. After my last YouTube series, a 21 days challenge where I posted a video every single day. Now, I recorded every single day and posted a video every single day. I felt on fire in that season. It felt transformational. It felt like I was doing a lot, but in hindsight, it was just exertion. It was over exertion, as a matter of fact. Now, I didn't build momentum to continue with that. I burned energy, right? I burned energy. I elevated intensity instead of building consistency. Now, this video is about what I learned from that crash, right? And how I am rebuilding with less pressure, with more rhythm, and real sustainable momentum. And I know that you need this video if you found in any area of your life that you've not been able to maintain consistency. Now let's talk about the gentle way out. This is a two-part video, so you want to look out for the part 2 when it's out so that you can get the complete lesson. Consider this video your breakthrough from burnout and your initiation into consistency. Now let's kick this off. I'll begin with what consistency really requires. I used to think consistency was self-discipline. I used to think, that it was just you being diligent, all right? Now I know it's deeper than that. I know it's more about identity. It's more about design. It's more about even managing or mastering what allows your nervous system's safety. And I'll show you how I'm rebuilding mine in just about 6 steps. The first one is that I have prioritized awareness. The first one is awareness. Now observe without shame. You can't change what you won't face. I realized the pattern of intense actions in various areas of my life after that period. And I knew that I had to pause. I knew that I had to slow down. It wasn't like I was inconsistent. I was just addicted to intense action, right? It often gave me that feeling, that rush that it gave, that feeling that after delaying action for a period of time, you finally got it done with a bang. But once the pressure was gone, so was the progress, right? The awareness that I came into gave me room to begin to commit to take action with purpose, with understanding, with compassion, and with better structure. Understanding why I did what I did and what the goal of what I was doing was for. Now, the second is identity, who you are becoming. I stopped asking, how can I finish this thing I am doing? I started asking, who is the kind of person that keeps showing up? Now I'm more interested in becoming that person than just completing a task. What I realized is that a person who always shows up regardless will, indeed complete what they started. It just comes along for the ride. The third one is reduce the friction. You want to make whatever it is you're doing embarrassingly doable. Most times when we have those big lofty goals, it would often backfire, especially for people that are still learning to become consistent. And so now when I have these really huge goals, what I do is I ask myself, what is the smallest version of this or the simplest version that I can repeat? Because it's not about perfection. It's about repetition. It's the idea that you're able to do it again and again. Those big bangs do not help. They cause exhaustion. Number 4, you want to design for real life, not an ideal self. You see, for a long time, it was easier to think in ideals. And that's for me now. You want to act like you want to become, forgetting that the one who is supposed to take the actions today must also be considered. So you see, that's the me who will sometimes overthink because there are times when that still happens, right? It's the me who will sometimes get tired. It's the me who has prioritized as a person being a fully present husband and being a fully present father. The me who is juggling entrepreneurship and ministry and all the things that I do all together. It's that version of me I need to be concerned about because that version of me needs to feel supported while I am building toward the future that I desire. So I'm finally designing my routines for me, designing with the idea that my reality is the only vehicle I have to journey toward the future. Number five, reflection over results. So instead of obsessing over output, I ask myself, how did I show up? What helped? What didn't help? Because consistency is continuity, not volume. It is qualitative improvement, not quantitative ones. And so you want to pay attention to the idea that you are improving. Number six, self trust. Say what you mean what you say. Self trust is built in silence, guys. You know, we love loud wins. It is most celebrated socially. But I'm learning that quiet commitment, the moment when no one is watching you, that's where self trust is really born. When you say what you will do, and no matter what happens, you get it done. When you say what you will do, and no matter what it takes, you fulfill your word to yourself. That's where self trust is built. So, where I am now, I'm creating slower but smarter. I've released the pressure, I've reclaimed rhythm. I'm building something I no longer want to escape from because it doesn't exhaust me. It's not perfect, but it's true. And that's what makes it sustainable. The idea that I want to be in what I am building because I am doing it in ways that are manageable for who I am now with a picture of who I am becoming. So if you're rebuilding too, or you're just getting started on something you want to last, start smaller than you think. Aim for rhythm over rush. Build a system your nervous system can trust. It's not going to be popular counsel, but I tell you what, you would be grateful you did. Because in the end, what you can sustain is what will shape you. And remember, no one climbs a ladder from the top. No one climbs a ladder from the top. You're not late. You're learning. You're not falling behind. You're building to last. Let that be the driver for you. You're building to last. All right. In part two, I'll walk you through how I'm redesigning my routines to match my nervous system, my identity, and my life rhythms at the moment. And we'll talk about tools, we'll talk about templates, and a few mindset shifts I've never shared publicly before. And so if you're ready to build momentum you don't have to recover from, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notification, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.